Hi everyone. Today, it's been a minute since I've done a vlog. So today I want to just say thank you very much for the people that have been sending donations. Um, I've had donations of Purell come in, personal supplies for the homeless to get passed out. And then yesterday, some people let me know that it was Prime Day and that they were sending things. And somebody let me know that they were also sending a gift for me. And it was just really amazing. And I just have to say that your support of others and myself just means the world. Josh, how are you able to have an income after being homeless? Um, I don't have an income. I'm working on having an income. Right now, I am I have what I need. I live very sparsely. um, I make do. You know, I learned when I was homeless that there's not a whole lot that you need. And that's what you do. I'm waiting on disability, and I get a small stipend, and that's for needs. Um, and so that's how I live. I'm very blessed that I'm given things like I was given a little table to put my laptop on, and that was really nice. Um, so I'm blessed. I'm lucky. That's how that works. And then what I do is I make my medical appointments, like my doctors tell me to. So that's how that goes. And at some point, my business will take off, and that will give me and Rowan the support we need to make a life for ourselves. And my business will also do a lot of good for other people. So it's like win-win. So that's the answer to that question. But what I want to talk about is gratitude and education. And actually, that was wonderful, because what I wanted to say about education is that if anybody has questions, I would really like it if you would put your questions underneath or ask them, and that way I can answer those. And if they're about homelessness or what life was like while I was homeless, or what it's like coming from homelessness into being homed, and what's that like, or um, some of the work that I do helping the homeless. Caleb, I was wondering how I could help homeless people. That's a really good question. And there's many ways. And I like to kind of take the two-pronged approach. Immediate outreach and long-term outreach. Immediate outreach is immediate supplies, and that's kind of like hierarchy. That's like food, water, and shelter. Basic needs. That's the things that people need to live on a day-to-day basis. And that's like something people can do right now, right then. Now, if people are able, there's also long-term support. Now that means helping someone get to appointments, get to the doctor, fill out paperwork, be a support person, and that's long-term support. So there are many ways to help people. There's volunteering time. There's donations, you know. But the main thing is you have to decide whether your support is going to be short-term or whether it's going to be long-term. Are you going to help immediate, or is this going to be a long-term solution? It, you know, does that answer your question? And the thing is as well, it doesn't have to be something that you have to spend money on. It really can be as simple as spending time with people and helping them figure out what to do. These are trauma situations. There are so many things to do to help people. And a lot of times in situations where people have been displaced for whatever reason, their support systems have been divided or gone. And so just being that support can help immensely. But we can't forget that immediate support is also needed and warranted. And that's, you know, like my company being the First Step Kits, tent, life straw, and the portable stove. Okay, so that's my answer to that question is, how can you help people? Compassion, I guess. Just be compassionate, you know. We're all human beings. And then I wanted to, so if you, something similar to him, helping people get on their feet again. Okay, yeah, so long term. All right. So if you're really interested in long term, I would recommend getting a hold of some long-term facilities such as your hospitals. Look for volunteering opportunities, and really start making friends around your homeless community. Just get involved. Be that person, you know. Critically think. Don't put yourself in any dangerous situation or anything, but, you know, there's many, many ways. So definitely, if you have questions, put them down underneath. If you want me to go in depth, put them down underneath. So moving on to the next point I wanted to make. Is housing still very expensive in Seattle? How do you find affordable housing? Housing is insanely expensive in Seattle. Affordable housing is, I don't really know how people find affordable housing. That's something I don't know. I can't tell you that. That's beyond me. I believe in housing first, and I believe housing is a right. These housing prices are a joke. This is absolutely ridiculous in Seattle. My housing is through a hospital program because of my disabilities. So as far as it really, and also it depends on what area of Seattle you're going into. It's, are you talking downtown Seattle? Are you talking, West Seattle? Are you talking Bellevue? Are you talking, any number, Capitol Hill? Are you talking UW? Are you talking, there's so many areas. You have to specify what area you're discussing as to, the price range and what you want. Are you buying? Are you renting? What are you looking for? So, there's a lot of factors that play into that. And whether you want to commute or not. So, it really is I think that there is some choice involved in that. But moving on to my next my next subject, which is poverty. Last week in our country, the White House had put out that poverty is no longer a problem in the United States. And I'm smiling not because this is funny, because it's utterly ridiculous. Our homeless population is surging. There are natural disasters happening across the nation. And I want you to recognize, as a people, that if you are not necessarily seeing poverty in your circle or in your sphere, understand that that doesn't mean that it's not in the United States. It just means that there's policies or there's a caste system that's pushing them out of your sphere. But it is rising. And I want you to please be aware. And I want you to be aware that when we have heat waves, or we have flash flooding, or when we have hurricanes, to think of the people that are unhoused. And just think of them and maybe do what you can, if you can, to get them to safety. Because when we perpetuate lies, and we turn a blind eye to what is, people die. And especially when there's panicked situations, as there's going to be, the more the climate changes. And so I guess it's just a call out to look out for one another. Because the truth is that it is rising. And people need help. And as kind, good, compassionate human beings, just be there for one another. So I'm just asking that. Is if there's a natural disaster coming through, just keep an extra eye out. You might save a life. So I wanted to talk about that, because poverty is a problem in the United States. Okay, and I'm going to end with, again, gratitude. Thank you all so very, very much, and thank you for the donations, and we will get those out to people as soon as possible. Bye.